Episode number 5.
5.
Woo!
So yeah, Beyond the Rounds podcast 5. We already 5 deep.
5 deep.
Which is wild because like I still remember episode 1, and then like our unofficial episode 1 that we never actually put out.
Yeah.
So we kind of like 5.
We're like 5 and a half. We're like
phantom.
6 deep right now. I think we did two before we were like, all right, yeah, let's start releasing.
Let's do it.
We'll probably release those at a later date that are like, they're pretty much blooper reels. We're doing everything wrong in them, I think. But they were funny as hell.
Yeah, they were pretty funny.
Yeah.
We have Miguel in there. You guys get to see Miguel, that guy.
Yeah,
character. Real life character.
Else, man.
Real life character. So yeah, so episode 5, man, what we really want to focus on this episode was just, we've been getting a lot of interaction online from YouTube, Instagram. So a lot of questions that we've been getting that we really haven't dedicated to answering. We want to address those just because, like we said, we like you guys interacting, and we don't want you guys to feel like you're neglected as far as us like not seeing them and then getting back to you with responses. So
yeah, we do appreciate you guys leaving comments and stuff on, especially on YouTube and IG, but especially on YouTube because that's the main place that we're putting this podcast out. So that's the main place that we're gonna want people to interact with us, and we're gonna do our best to get to some of those questions that you have for us today. But as you can see, we are in a new location, a new spot.
Yeah, the ring.
This is the boxing ring. Ooh.
Yeah, so this is like shit where most of our like stand-up sparring happens is right here in the boxing ring. We do some in the cage. Honestly, I feel like we kind of neglect the cage sometimes. Well, we're not in there too much, but it's smaller. We can't get as much work in there. So a lot of times we'll get like four groups. So it'd be like two people per corner.
Yeah.
So like 8 people in here total just getting work. So right now we're in the boxing ring. Y'all get to see boxing ring. If you see me looking off to the left, we got a big window right off of one of our main streets. Yeah, here in town. So it's just traffic and everything coming through. Sometimes we got like that disrespectful patrons walking by throwing food in front of the front door.
Yeah.
So,
anybody walks by with food, we're like this. Yeah.
Looking. Because we won't be victims again.
Nope.
So.
Not not again. If you watch the last episode, you understand what we're talking about.
Yeah. We just jump straight into the questions. So one of the questions that I remember us getting, let me see.
Yeah, go ahead and pull it up. I remember a couple of them off the top of my head, but some of them are going to take a little bit longer to answer. So we'll just try to, I think we're going to try to go through the quick ones today.
Yeah, we go through the quick ones today. Because some of them, some ask us, it's probably a whole episode if we go and address where, we started, how we got into the game. Yeah. And we were actually talking about it beforehand, man, that might be a whole episode just between yourself and me. Not because, we got, big, long stories, but, I mean, it probably, for me, I'm thinking back, it probably dates back to shit like grade school. If I really talk about the things it led me into coming into the gym.
Yeah, I think it depends on how deep we want to go into it.
Yeah.
So let us know if you want to know our story, if you want the quick version or the real version of how everything got started, why we thought we could even step into this ring or step into the cage and do what we do. Because we can make it real quick or not, but.
Hey man, I'm finna tell the whole story.
Marcus is telling his whole
story from birth.
3rd grade, why?
Hey, it might actually date back that far too. I'm finna tell everything, traumas and stuff. I might have a therapist in here with me.
Oh man, bring your therapist in.
Oh man,
damn, that would be pretty funny. In 3rd grade, I got bullied a lot.
Yeah, man. So
I tried a new haircut, and everyone made fun of me for it.
So that's where it started.
That's what I. Honestly, for me, that's kind of how far it goes back. Probably 3rd grade when I actually started throwing punches and stuff.
Questions from Sergio. Sergio, shout out to Sergio. We'll see y'all tomorrow. We'll be open tomorrow. Did any fighters influence your fighting style or approach to fighting? I'll let you take that first, man.
My fighting style, I think I came from a wrestling background, so you know, aside from all the street fights and stuff, I joined wrestling in like junior high, and then all the way up. So I had like 7 years of wrestling, and my two favorite fighters to this day are Matt Hughes and Roger Huerta.
Throwbacks.
Yeah, throwbacks. A lot of people will know who Matt Hughes is. Just big ass wrestler. You know, he was at 170. I think we're like the same height. I thought I was gonna be 170 pounds, just slamming people. And then I grew up, and I'm still like 130, 140. So not necessarily that big, but I love the way that he wrestled. I love the way that he just went out there and slammed everybody. I did want him to like go out there and like throw punches and stuff, but he's like stuck to his game. He stuck to wrestling, and pretty much his entire career, you know, until GSP came along.
My boy.
Yeah, but he would just go out there and slam everybody, and that's pretty much what I wanted to do. When I showed up here, that's all I could do. I couldn't really box, so I like Matt Hughes slamming everybody.
Damn shame.
Yeah, damn shame. And Roger Huerta, who was the first UFC fighter to be on the cover of Sports Illustrated, and this is going way back. You know, UFC's been around; everyone knows what that is now. But back in the day, it wasn't really that popular. But he was the first fighter to be on Sports Illustrated. It's called Roger the Matador Huerta, and
I didn't even know that.
yeah, but Matador is usually like, you know, dance and move and stuff. This guy, I don't know. I felt like his nickname didn't apply to him because he just like went after it. Yeah, he just went straight forward. He threw a bunch of punches, and it was always super exciting. He was like, I think he fought like Diego Sanchez and Clay Guida, and I still put his fights on every now and then just because not everyone knows who I'm talking about when I say Roger Huerta. But those are two of my favorite fighters, and yeah, I think that's just like the main people that got me into it. I don't know about my fighting style because my coaches and everybody here kind of molded me into what I am going to be, and taking the skills I did have and, you know, applying them towards my game plan and stuff. But those are the two guys that I always liked. I did see Matt Hughes. He's a guy that picked somebody up, carried him all the way across the cage, and then slammed him in his corner. I got to do that one time. Picked the dude up in his corner, carried him all the way back, slammed him. This was at a fight in Sacramento at Uriah Faber's place. So shout out to him. We fought in a ring this size, and it was at Uriah Faber's gym. I just picked the dude up from his corner, carried him to mine, slammed him. It was freaking awesome. It was like one of the highlights. I wish we had footage of it, but I was like 18 or something. So.
Low-key disrespectful. That's like low-key disrespectful.
What?
But good sportsman, like, I mean, it's not good sportsmanship. That's just like, hey man, you got got. So I'm
it was. I mean, but
it's like a dominance move. Like,
yeah. I think I was mad. I think we went to touch gloves and he kicked me and like threw his hands up, and I was just like irritated. Like, how disrespectful, bro. Yeah. And the kick hurt, so I was like, oh, you suck.
Yeah, that's usually how that goes down. It's like it's like a response to disrespect, or you just plan to be disrespectful off top.
Yeah, just right away, like, fake pop. Nah, man, now you have to pay. But yeah, those are my two favorite fighters. I don't know if they influence a lot. Definitely Matt Hughes with the wrestling and slamming people, because even to this day, if I go into a fight and it's there, I end up slamming somebody. But yeah, those are my two: Matt Hughes and Roger Huerta. What about you?
I wouldn't have guessed you said those two, man. But yeah, that makes sense.
Dude, I'm Matt Hughes, everyone kind of knew.
Yeah, Matt Hughes. Yeah, Matt Hughes. He was the dude. He's like blue collar, like just a grinder, like, country boy grinder. He just went in there and fought, and you couldn't stop him. Like he was like undefeatable forever.
Yeah.
But yeah, those cool picks.
My picks probably beat his picks, whatever his picks are.
Stop it, man.
What are you gonna say?
Honestly, like, I never really was into fighting. Like, I appreciated fighting. And honestly, like, when I was like younger, we were broke, man. Like, I didn't follow boxing. And when I was coming up, boxing was it. Like, MMA was new. I was already like grown by the time MMA was like even a thing. I was like 19, 20, right? So MMA was still like, they compared it to cockfighting. Yeah. Because it didn't have like
human cockfighting.
Yeah, human cockfighting. It really didn't have no weight classes. Like, it was like still underground-ish. But
I don't think they had gloves.
Now they had gloves. Like it was like 300-pound cats was fighting 120-pound
Yeah.
cats. It looked like some wild stuff you see in the backyard.
Yeah.
So it had its appeal, but a lot of that stuff was on like channels and pay-per-views, and I was broke. Like I wasn't paying for that stuff. I wasn't up on game, and I was working all the time. I was young father. You know what I mean? And so, and as far as boxing was concerned, like as a young kid, you had to know about boxing, or at least pretend like, oh yeah, I knew Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr., all them cats, but I never had no money to pay for the pay-per-views. Like my mom never paid for the pay-per-views. Every once in a while we might catch a fight, but not enough to where I can see them enough to really get into it, appreciate it. And so I didn't really get into interest in fighting until one of my best friends, Joseph Warnock, started coming and training here. He was actually instructing, and he needed members. So he's like, man, come in here, blah, 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 trying to convince me to come in here. I had no interest. I was like, man, I'm going there and get beat up. Now, I mean, why am I going there to pay for somebody to whoop my ass for 2 hours a day? Like, they don't make no sense. I can go to the store and go buy me some beers or whatever. So eventually I started coming in here, and I had another buddy. He was all about UFC. Like, he was wearing the tap-out shorts. He had a tap-out shirt.
Back in the day.
And my first UFC I ever watched, I know it's a long-ass time for me to tell my favorite fighters.
Yeah, man, come on.
Yeah. But, like...
just hurry up.
Just hurry up and say that
hurry
shit.
Hurry up and say CM Punk. We all know who that is.
I ain't even going front. I used to watch him in WWE.
Oh, man.
CM Punk.
It's bad, bro.
I ain't even going front. But my first UFC I watched, man, I won't even front. Like, I actually sat down and watched from like top to bottom was UFC 100. And I want to say that was with like Brock Lesnar, Frank Mir, GSP was on that thing. I forgot.
Was it then?
Yeah, GSP, I think he fought.
God, that's kind of late though.
It was hella late.
Yeah.
That was the first
I thought you
watched.
said like Chuck Liddell or something.
Nah, bro. It was UFC 100, and it was.
I guess that's a good one to start with. I guess.
Yeah.
That was a big card.
Yeah, GSP. I want to say, was it John Fitch? It was somebody.
Yeah.
And then there was like 3 main fights, and so that was the first time I actually sat and watched, and the whole room was full of people who like were into that shit. They were, oh shit. Yeah. I want to say somebody else big was on that card too, like a bunch of like the legends that ain't fighting no more. And so then I was like, man, and GSP caught my eye because I was like, man, this guy fucking solid, man. He had the look, you know what I mean?
Good, yeah.
Aesthetically, he looked like somebody. Like, man, this guy looked like the real deal. And then I actually seen him perform. Like, man, this guy dominant. And so from there, I kind of picked up like, I mean, if I'm gonna pick somebody to follow, I'm gonna pick GSP. So I was like kind of like a casual. And then I seen him fight, and I was like, man, fuck, I'm a GSP fan.
GSP's the best.
Yeah, he's man. Did you see?
Everyone's like, yeah, bro.
Yeah, of course.
Been the best for like a while.
Actually, I want to say Chuck Liddell was on that card too.
Oh wow.
I wanted no. Maybe it was a different card because I want to say I seen that same group of people watched Chuck Liddell.
Yeah, that's also kind of like hard to remember.
Yeah, because it's like
I think one of the first ones I seen was like Chuck Liddell because that's when everybody was like, oh, did you see this guy?
Chuck Liddell, Tito Ortiz. That's all you really heard.
Yeah, pretty much.
And so I would say with all that long ass story, GSP was the first cat that I really started to follow. Anderson Silva's up there.
Yeah.
When I first got in, I'm like, man, this guy is like.
This guy, he would choose like all the greats. Anderson Silva, GSP. It's like, yeah, bro, you picked the GOATs.
But you know, after, like, so I watched it like,
GOATs, bro.
The GOATs, because I was a casual, man. I was a casual. And so I didn't know no better. So I was like, oh, man, this guy. And they were so great. It was like, you could, if you didn't like them, you was a hater.
Yeah.
Like, that was just bottom line, you were a hater. And so, but then when I actually started to train, which made no sense at all, because when I actually started coming in here and wanting to train for real, I was like 240. I was a big ass fat guy. Not in any type of good shape. And the person who I really like fell in love with their style and tried to mimic was Dominic Cruz.
Yeah.
So I was like
35 pounds,
sloppy,
145 pounds.
Sloppy, like out of shape. And I'm in here like in love with Dominic Cruz's style. I like this movement. It was unorthodox. How he was elusive and he was always cutting angles.
Yeah.
And so even though I was a big ass guy, I always felt like I could move athletically. It's in a similar way. So I tried to implement it with how I was learning how to fight.
Yeah.
So that's what I actually was mimicking at the time. Granted, I was significantly younger and I could keep up with it. as I got older, I was like, yeah, this shit ain't for me, and I had to change.
That's a lot of
up my
movement.
style.
That's a lot of movement.
Yeah, but my first few fights, training, or at least my first few months, years training, I would say Dominic Cruz and Anderson Silva were my favorite fighters. GSP was up there, but I didn't feel like, and no disrespect to GSP, I felt like GSP was more conservative after I kind of learned the game. Like, he did what he needed to do to win fights, but he had a conservative nature to him. And I felt like I wanted to be more aggressive.
Yeah.
So, long ass answer, and I'm like going down memory lane as I'm like speaking about it, but those were my two favorite fighters at the time.
But yeah, I think GSP is a good one because he was like one of the first people that you saw figure it out. Like, he figured the game out. He figured out how to implement and just mainly go out there and win. Whether he was beating you up and like about to knock you out or not, he was doing always doing enough just to like win. And he was one of the first guys that changed his style. In my opinion, he changed his style according to who he was fighting. When he fought Matt Hughes for the first time, he was a young guy coming up, and Matt Hughes took him down and beat him up and did all that. I think he ended up armbarring him and stuff. And
it was an armbar.
Yeah, when GSP came back, he was slamming Matt Hughes with like ease, man. He was like one of these karate guys that turned into like a perfect wrestler and started taking everyone down. So he was like a guy that really implemented the game and, you know, changed his style and his strategy up just in terms of like being the greatest. And he ended up being one of the greatest welterweights of all time. So
I want to say, he's probably the best example of that, of like figuring out the evolution, or at least figuring out what he needed to evolve his game, and then doing it so masterfully that people couldn't figure him out anymore.
Yeah,
because he was so good striking, he was so athletic, he was such a great wrestler, and he didn't have a wrestling base.
No wrestling background.
No wrestling background, like, and I guess that's what I appreciated about him too. As I got serious into training, is that I had no wrestling base, nothing. I had no martial arts base at all when I started training. I was in my 20s already. So to see him and learn his story, like, man, if this guy can do it this late, you know, then anybody can if you commit to those disciplines to figure that out. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And yeah, he was like one of those guys. He was like karate aggressive when he first came out.
But super, yeah.
He was aggressive, like he was trying to like knock people out.
Yeah.
And then you see him kind of evolve to this more controlled, methodical fighter who used whatever strategy was best for him to win.
Yeah, that's why he was champ for so long.
Yeah,
he kind of used that to get his aggressiveness, his athletic ability and stuff. He kind of used that to get to the top. And once he was at the top, he like fine-tuned everything to like defeat his opponents. It's kind of like a Mayweather.
Yeah,
Mayweather. If you watch Floyd Mayweather when he was younger, he used to try to kill people.
Oh yeah, Pretty Boy. When he was Pretty Boy.
When he was Pretty Boy Floyd, he was going out there trying to, and he was doing good. He was beating the crap out of people. He was going for it. Somewhere along the lines, he realized, I don't have to get hit. I don't have to put myself in danger, and he just like took over. And
he made that switch up to Money May.
Yeah.
Money Mayweather had the best, still
Stop
has the
getting
best,
hit.
Best defense in the game, and he still pieced people up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he wasn't taking damage. His purses got bigger and bigger and bigger, and he figured out the game. He figured out the hack in the game. People, it's not as pretty, it's not as exciting, but you can't argue with the masterfulness of how he implements his game plan. And then when people can't figure it out, you can't really argue it. You can be mad about it, but until somebody goes and outclasses him, it's really, what can you say against it?
That's why people tuned in, because he started talking a lot. I remember when he started talking, man, and people were just like, what the hell? He just like talking shit to everybody, the officials, everybody. Bob Arum, you never give me a fair shake, man.
Oh yeah, I remember. But that's almost seemed like the blueprint. Everybody follows that same type of recipe in order to get those purses, to get that attention. If you look at everybody who's done it,
all the successful people,
the ultimate successful guys, they take that position of a heel to entice people to want to see them fight, whether it's because
Yeah.
they want to see them win or they want to see somebody who can make them eat their words.
Yeah.
Know what I mean, but it's all about drawing attention because attention equals money. So I'm not mad at it. Like to me, that's like it's smart because this ain't nobody's in this for the long haul. Like,
especially have the skills to like back it up.
yeah.
There's been a couple people that like talk and you're like, oh shoot, they're on their way.
And
You know, and then boom, they get knocked out. It's like, oh, kind of derailed your own train, buddy. But
yeah, shit for the answer. Yeah, for that question, yeah. I don't even know if I answered that question clearly. I was all over the place, but
did anybody? I think Dominic Cruz influenced you. I think everybody that watches Dominic Cruz wants to be like him. They want to move like him just because it's so different, so weird, so many different angles, and not a lot of people can do it. Not a lot of people can do it. You can get pretty close, but no one's going to be able to move the way that Dominic Cruz does. I think T.J. Dillashaw.
He was probably the best.
The second best,
impression, impersonation.
Yeah, the best impersonator of him.
He kind of, I'll give him some credit. He kind of took it and made it his own.
Yeah, he put his own.
He put his own spin on. I won't say he just totally mimicked him, but I think even at some point he admits it.
Yeah.
But his where he had his difference was his aggression.
Yeah.
Like he was a little bit more aggressive. He sat down more on his strikes.
And he had his hands up more.
He had his hands up more. Yeah, way more. And so he was able to put more of a power game behind his aggression, his advancements. That's the little difference I would say between the two. Dominic Cruz was always cutting angles and kind of in motion while he was striking. So I don't know if it generated the same amount of power when they connected, but that's just my.
But he was always connecting. Though.
He was always touch and move. Yeah. So it made him super elusive. I don't think TJ tried to be as elusive. Yeah. Intentionally. But
shout out to Sergio.
Yeah, that was a good question,
bro.
I just now thought of contemplated it.
Do we have another question we can answer super quick?
Yeah, let me see.
We're gonna answer a couple of questions for you guys.
So Bailey, let me get a Bailey. I don't know how fast this one's gonna be, but Bailey, she asks, how does it feel when your fight falls through after dedicating so much time to preparing for it?
Man.
And Bailey, why you gotta ask?
Yeah.
This might be too soon. It might be. That's too soon, Bailey.
Why, Bailey?
Man, you know how it feels. Hold it in, man. You can stay strong, man.
Stupid. Well, Bailey, the quick answer is it sucks. It's probably one of the worst things that can happen as a fighter, especially on the day of. Like I said, this has happened to me twice already, but this last time we made weight, did our face-offs, pretty much come back in 24 hours and do your job. Guy didn't show up for the fight. And I didn't find out until literally we got to the event. And we get to the event, and the fighters go this way, everyone goes this way, and Bailey's like, hey, come here real quick. And I was like, oh crap, she's gonna ask me something about something. And I was like, yeah, what's up? And she's like, hey, so you guys, and I was like, oh my God. So it's like instantly heartbreaking. You put a lot of work in, you beat yourself up in the gym, you do everything you can to make sure you're prepared, your body's prepared, your lungs are good, your body's feeling good, you've calculated everything to where, you're not hurt going into the fight, you're not banged up too much, you're just ready to go. And then when it gets pulled out, it's just heartbreaking, especially with this one, me and Marcus just had a weird feeling this one's going to be a good one, man. I felt just the utmost confidence going into this fight to where I was like, there's nothing that this guy can do. And I'm just going to go out there and have some fun and beat him up and get the win. And that's kind of how I carried myself throughout the entire camp. I was just like, I'm going to win. There's nothing he can do. And it wasn't even a just overconfidence thing. It was just a feeling. I feel great. I feel good about the matchup. I feel good about my skills opposed to his. And we're just going to go out there and do what we do. And so I had this weird like detachment from it. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna go out there and do my job. So I didn't have any real feelings about it. The moment she told me I wasn't fighting, that's when everything like kind of came crashing down. So it's one of the worst things you can have as a fighter. I think even going out there and fighting and getting the loss or not winning, even that would be better, because at least I got to go out there and put my skills on the line, and I got to showcase what I've been working on. When you don't get to go out there and prove yourself, especially for the fans, my family, my friends that showed up, dude, everybody was pissed. So, but it's the same thing, you know, we said, like, how do you handle a loss? You kind of brush it off. You go, all right, you know what? On to the next. We're going to do what we can to stay ready and stay sharp just in case anything shows up, and, you know, get after it. I didn't get to fight. I took a couple minutes to cry about it, and then it was like, all right, I still have guys on the card. I still got my team here, so I'm going to jump back into cornering, jump back into the coaching role, and do my best to help everybody get ready to prepare for their fight and go out there and win. So that's what we did. It's pretty much all you can do at that point. I could have walked around and cried and, you know, told the fans, like, oh man, he didn't show up, blah, blah, blah. I'm not really a trash talking guy like that. Hopefully everything is all right with him. Hopefully whatever excuse he gave was good enough, and that there's nothing really seriously wrong with him or whatever his excuse was. But yeah, long story short, it sucks. That's it. It sucks. That's pretty much it. Have you had anyone back out? We always have guys back out before the fight's like booked, before you sign. You know what I mean? We get offers and then we'll be like, yeah, we'll fight him. And then they're like, never mind, they're not going to fight. But as far as like the contract being signed and people showing up, that's pretty rare, especially when it comes to being pro, because you're going to get paid. So
yeah. So you like basically forfeiting your money. So that's kind of harder to understand, like from on the pro side, like especially if you make it all the way to like his opponent. He was there at the weigh-ins. Like we were literally standing behind him in line, and he looked okay. I mean, he was talking, having a good time.
Yeah.
Weigh-in was official, made weight, all that stuff. Took pictures. See you tomorrow, as far as we were concerned, until we actually show up at the event. And that happened. So yeah, that was kind of odd. I don't know if I feel exactly how Diamond feels. Diamond's just like a nicer dude, I guess, when it comes to that. Because, hey, man, whatever, man. Whatever. Like, hopefully things were cool, but just, I mean, if you taking it for what it's worth, it seems like.
I mean, it's definitely a dirtbag move.
it seems kind of sketchy, but I won't speak on it too heavily. But me, I've never had that happen, so I mean, my experience has only been vicariously, unfortunately, with other team members. And the crazy thing is like, it's almost, I guess because we put so much into it, as far as like the sacrifices we make to get each other ready for that day, that when, you know, that happens, shoot, it almost, I won't say it affects me as much, but it's hurtful. It's like, man, you know, we had this plan to come in here and train and sacrifice and put all this time and days and work to finally get to this moment. And that's the shitty part, because it's the actual moment. It's not like weeks prior. It's the actual day of to get this news. So it's hurtful, because you kind of feel like, at least I did. I know I kind of felt some of that pain, like, man, that's because I know how much it meant.
Yeah, I mean, you were, Marcus was just as pissed as I was. You know, it was like I was hurt about the news. He was hurt about the news. Like I said, we kind of make this plan together to go out there and whip some ass as a team and represent our team and everything we've been doing. And then it just kind of like throws a wrench in. Like, oh, well, that person's not fighting on our team. Or this person's not fighting on our team. Or something goes wrong. And there's nothing you can really do to prepare for that, right? Because you're there. You're ready to fight. You're like locked in. Let's go out there and do our job. And it's like, hey, man, all that work you put in, sorry, you don't get to do that.
And I guess it's kind of hard to explain, because it's like, man, it's that deep. But yeah, I mean, in the moment, it really is, because you understand what it means. You know, you have people showing up to see you. You want to go out there. You want to perform. You want to see, you know, be in that competition to test yourself, that everything that you are doing leading up to that meant something.
Yep.
This is the culmination of all this work is you getting to go in there and perform. And then having the rug pulled under you last minute is tough. I mean, so yeah, it can be tough to process in the moment, especially that moment because you're locked in.
Yeah.
You're locked in already, and it just sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how other way to put it, but it sucks.
It's to the point where when this happened, which is like just a quick little backtrack. This happened to me once before as an amateur, and that was my last amateur fight. I don't remember what year this was, but I showed up, and amateur usually for this promotion, you showed up, you make weight, you show up 5 hours later. You guys make weight, you do your little face-offs. So I come back in 5 hours, 4 hours, and be ready to fight, get warmed up, all that stuff. So as an amateur, that happened. I showed up, made weight. My opponent made weight. I think I even moved up in weight for that one. So just like, I think it was like 7 days notice or whatever, something like that. But we made weight, did our little face-off pictures, and he didn't show up. He didn't show up 4 hours later for the fight. His whole team showed up. Everybody was there. Like, he had family there too. And everybody was like coming up to me, apologizing. Hey, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. He's not coming, yada, yada, yada. And so that was my last amateur fight. I didn't even get to fight it. And my coach, D was like, you know, how do I phrase this? Screw this. You're ready. Let's do it. You're going pro. We don't want to deal with this amateur crap anymore. Because I had a bunch of guys drop out before, a lot of people, and I'm not the most intimidating dude, so I don't know what it was, but I had a lot of people. You shake your head when I said that, bro?
Nah, I was agreeing.
God, bro, don't agree that hard. You know what I mean? But I'm not the most intimidating dude, so when I had a bunch of people backing out or not accepting the fight, for that to happen, D was like, you know what, man, we're going pro. We don't want to deal with this anymore. We don't want to deal with this amateur stuff anymore. And then sure enough, here I am as a pro, and it happens again. It didn't feel good then. I remember I was in the back. I had my cowboy boots on. I was wearing jeans, and I was it's embarrassing. I was crying. They told me.
You didn't even have to bring that part up.
Yeah, but it was like, I don't know. This is how I remember. I was crying, and D's like holding Muay Thai pads for me. And everyone just found out that I'm not fighting, and I'm in the back with boots on, like throwing hard ass
tears
kicks,
coming,
with tears coming out and stuff. And I was just like broken
man.
heart. I remember everybody was like looking, and they were like either scared of me or they were like, "What the hell? This dude's got issues."
I remember that like it's burned in my mind. Like just seeing you like all sad throwing the saddest kicks ever, just and D's just like.
It's okay, bro.
Get it out.
And I wasn't even gonna kick in that fight. I wasn't gonna throw any kicks in that fight, man. But yeah. So it's happened before. Hopefully that was the last one. But yeah, just a little backtrack story for you guys there. That was my last amateur fight, and yeah, now we're pro.
I mean, you could put a spin on it. I mean, you could
Like
be
what?
like, I'm thinking about it like. Shit, nobody's backed out of no fights with me, so everybody must feel like I'm gonna whoop this dude ass.
Yeah, you know what, man.
And then you.
How does that make you feel, bro?
You know what? Now that I think about it like that,
You know, everybody
like,
that, hey, will you fight Marcus Blevins? And they go, fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
We'll do it. I've been waiting for that fight.
Yeah.
This one's easy.
You know what's fucked up? Now I'm thinking about it even more, right? If you flip it, the mindset on it, like usually I get an opponent, it's like 9 weeks out. Like,
you get fights 2 months away.
Yeah.
They're locked in.
These are locked in. They ain't got no issues in training camp. They like committed. They good to go. Like I kind of feel low key. Yeah. Now it's kind of disrespectful.
How does that make you
man.
feel, bro?
Yeah.
Nobody's scared of you.
Nobody's scared. Now we got 5 options for you. Right? They already accepted. Oh, fuck. Nobody falls off. None of that shit. That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah. But I do feel like after it happens, you kind of wish I wish I would have talked crap. I wish I would have said a bunch of stuff. I wish I would have acted a little bit more intimidating at the weigh-ins. Because then there'd be like some sort of a reason, you know what I mean? Like, oh, that dude was scared or something. But my weigh-ins are just like...
I think that's the problem too. Maybe I'm too nice, man.
Maybe you're too nice, bro.
I think maybe that's it. maybe we need to switch it up a little bit because every time I'm smiling, I'm like shake the guy's hand.
Yeah.
I look unbothered. But the truth is, I am unbothered. Like, I don't
Yeah.
fuck it, man. Some people, they like, they got to breathe. Like, they fucking sniffing gunpowder before the weigh-ins. They like hyperventilating, you know, they slipping there.
Those guys are always funny to me, man.
Yeah, I kind of like, and you don't want to laugh right there at the weigh-in in their face
I
because
do.
then you mess around, they mess around, and they try to sock you or something ridiculous. And me, I'm not for the drama. Like we gonna fight tomorrow anyway. Like we ain't got to do all that. But if some guys need to, you know what I mean, and to each their own, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But to me, it's like, all right, man, good luck to you. Good luck to you. And I go about my business. So I think that's also kind of a thing with me. Like maybe I need to switch it up and just maybe pretend to be a little crazy or something like that. I don't know. Just wild. Was that one dude in the
There
UFC?
you go, bro.
Yeah, chill, man.
I saw your podcast, bro.
Yeah,
You're not like that,
you
bro.
ain't even like that. You put yourself on blast. Yeah, I can't even take it back no
Yeah,
more, man.
that's it, man.
But yeah, that's yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it as far as that goes. Hopefully, we don't have to have too many more experiences where we're getting asked this question. Because the only reason why that question came is because, unfortunately, that has happened.
Yeah.
If it didn't happen, there'd be nobody would even ask that. Like,
Yeah. So thank you, Bailey,
yeah, freaking
for
baby,
that
man.
freaking question, man.
And you killed the whole vibe of the podcast.
I know, man. We were doing so
I
well.
want you to know that, Bailey. Let me see.
I know you're gonna watch too. You better watch. She's gonna like thumbs down it.
Yeah. Can you even do that on here? Like they do have thumbs. Oh no. Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
YouTube got thumbs down. Ain't that a bit? I don't like
Yeah,
that.
I think they brought that back, bro.
I don't like that. Yeah, Instagram's the one that don't got it.
Yeah.
You have to. You just have to like it.
Yeah, you have to like it.
You don't have a choice. Or you can do the little mad face.
Yeah. Speaking of Instagram, make sure you guys head over to Beyond the Rounds on Instagram. Yeah, that's where we're posting a lot more. Aside from just these podcast videos, we're posting a lot more there. So make sure you guys check that out.
Oh, okay. Patty.
Patty.
Let me see. What are your top 3 cereals?
Cereals?
Cereals,
Like a cereal. Fruity Pebbles. This is in no order. No order. It depends on how I feel.
they gonna ask you, what if you had to put in top 3?
Fruity Pebbles, Honey Bunches of Oats, and what are those? The ones that look like coffee beans or something, golden.
Now there's 2 of them.
The one in the giant bag,
There's
bro.
Smacks and there's Golden Crisp.
Golden Crisp. It's got to be Golden Crisp.
But they the same thing, but they're different.
They're not the same thing.
They're the
Yeah,
same,
not
but
the
they're
same.
different though. So
One
if you
comes
had
in
to
a
pick
5-gallon bag, bro.
If you had to pick between Smacks and Golden Crisp, which one you gonna pick?
I don't know if I've had Smacks.
Smacks is the frog with the hat.
Okay, yeah. But what are Golden Crisp?
It's the same thing. It's the same shit. It's just a different company. I think Smacks is I don't know. One of them is
And
like
you're gonna turn
Kellogg's.
this easy question into like
Because it makes a difference, but some people might be like, nah. So one of them I think is Post.
Is one better?
Honestly, I think Smacks got a little bit more sugar on it.
Well,
Yeah, I
we'll
think
go
I'll
with Smacks then. We'll go with
It's
Smacks.
a little crispier. That could just be
Okay,
me
yeah.
though. Could just be me.
I don't know.
But
I don't
last
know if
time
I've had Smacks though, but I know
with the frog.
I know the golden crisp, golden puff.
Is that Golden Puff?
Golden, I think it's golden puff. They look like coffee. I don't know what they taste like. It tastes delicious to me.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. And I think I still have some at home right now. I don't eat cereal a whole lot, but when I do, it's Fruity Pebbles,
The Dos Equis, man.
Honey Bunches,
don't usually eat
Honey Bunches of Oats. Oh yeah, I don't usually
Ew.
eat cereal, but when I do, it's Fruity Pebbles. What did I say? Honey Bunches of Oats and Golden Smacks.
Old man. You got an old man cereal.
No man, Honey Bunches of Oats are delicious.
I want to say it's Golden, but it might be Golden.
I think it's Golden Puff. I'm gonna post a picture. It's gonna be.
I might be thinking of Cookie Crisp.
Yeah, I don't think of Cookie
Yeah,
Crisp, man.
Cookie
Those are
Crisp is
gross.
garbage.
Those are gross.
I don't know how those guys stay in business.
You got top 3 cereals.
You know what? I would have, and I feel disloyal AF right now by not putting them on the list. But back in the day, I don't know if y'all remember, but Fruity Pebbles used to taste different Like back before they started regulating sugar and shit, and making kids like trying to make them like not diabetic, type 2 diabetic and shit. Hey, Fruity Pebbles had that sugar, boy. Like when you ate that shit, like it was like, hey, you almost got a high. Like if you ate it fast, you got like a little kid high from the sugar. That shit was so good, man. Now it's like they watered it down. So, and the people like the OGs, like if you over 30 years old, you might know what I'm talking about. Like, yeah, he's right. But if you don't know, you don't know. So Fruity Pebbles,
old school Fruity Pebbles.
Old school Fruity Pebbles.
Okay.
If it still had the same formula, it'd be on the list, but it's not. So I'm gonna go with.
So it's not. It doesn't even make the list.
It don't make. It don't make. If it was a top 5.
Okay, I got you.
So let me see. Man, I'm gonna go ahead. I don't want to be a biter, but I gotta go with Smacks. Smacks is on there. I love Smacks. Or Golden Crisp. I don't even care which one of the two. One of them.
No, man, it makes a difference, bro.
Man.
It makes
For you, when you were answering, when you answered, it made a difference. All right, cool. I'll go Smacks. Even though I always buy Golden Crisp, though, because they come in.
Dude, you're garbage, bro.
But I'm cheap, and Smacks don't come in a big bag like that. The Golden Crisp do.
Yeah.
Or the Golden Plus or whatever.
Yeah.
So then. Shit, I made fun of you.
You're saying Raisin Bran?
No, Raisin Bran, Raisin Bran Crunch with the sun on it. The one with the sun.
Bro.
And it got the little clusters. Hey, that shit is good, man. Like when you want to eat.
I've had it, yeah.
When you want to eat like a meal, but you're lazy. You know what I mean? Like you want to actually, but you just say have some cereal instead. That's it. That's my go-to. Like I want to kind of eat healthy, even though it's not healthy. I just trick myself. So I get it in no order at all. So what I say, Golden Crisp, Raisin Bran Crunch.
Crunch, yeah.
Raisin Bran Crunch, not
Crunch.
the regular Raisin Bran. And then, shit, I gotta pick one more. Man, what's the ones I be messing with all the time? It's my go-to.
Fruit Loops. You like Fruit Loops, man? You a little Fruit Loop, bro?
Man, you about to piss me off, man. You about to disrespect me on the podcast like that. Man, don't do that to me, man.
Bro, are you one of those guys that think Fruit Loops have different tastes? Like the red ones taste different than the other ones?
That's like Apple Jacks. Apple Jacks actually does.
Apple Jacks pretty good, though.
Yeah, they taste different. Man, I third one. Shit. Let me go with Golden Crisp, Raisin Bran Crunch. What do I be messing with? I be playing like I don't be eating cereal on the regular.
You got like hot cereal.
Oh shit!
Like oatmeal, you like Malta-Meal, bro?
I feel like it's taking too long now. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna throw it in there, even though I don't really mess with it like that. But it's good. The Oreo cereal. I don't know if it should be a top 3, but right now it sounds good. Like if it was sitting right here in front of me and I had all 3 of those cereals, I would pour that one. That's how I feel right now. If I had all 3 of those cereals right now.
You said Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs. Wait a minute.
Pretty good, man.
Cocoa Puffs?
The little balls, yeah.
That's, man.
Come on, man.
It's those statements like that that's going to mess around and get the podcast.
You said Oreo, bro.
Cancel.
You said Oreo.
Have you had Oreos?
Yeah.
The Oreo cereal?
Yeah, I've had
it. And you say that, man, get out of here.
Yeah, I'm a grown man, bro. You said Oreos.
Shit like that is what's going to get us canceled. That's what's going to get us.
I'm going to put a poll up.
The dislike button.
I'm going to put a poll up, and everyone's going to agree with my answers over yours, bro. Nobody likes the Oreo.
Oreo cereal?
You said you don't even mess with it.
Put the poll up then. Matter of fact, before the night's over, on Instagram, go to Instagram. I'm going to put a poll on the website, Beyond the Rounds podcast, Beyond the Rounds IG.
Yeah.
It's going to be, what is it? Which garbage one you saying?
All 3 of the ones I said, Fruity Pebbles, Honey Bunches of Oats, and Smacks are all better than that Oreo one you just said. So you could take your pick from whatever 3 you put up there.
If that's what you want to do.
Yeah, nobody likes the Oreo one.
You'll lose, man.
Nobody
I'm telling you. I'll put it up for sure against that. Which one you say? I don't even know the name of it. That won't even hit my radar. I can walk down the cereal aisle 20 times and would look at that one.
Put it up against Cocoa Puffs?
Yeah, Cocoa Puffs is whack.
Cocoa Puffs is way better than the
Cocoa
Oreo.
Puffs is whack. If I was you'd be better off getting Cocoa Pebbles. Cocoa Pebbles.
Whatever, man.
Fred Flintstone.
You already buried yourself with the Oreo thing.
No, we'll see what the polls say.
Yeah, the
You'll
poll's
see
gonna
what the
say I'm
polls say.
right, bro.
And everybody who,
And you better post the results. Too.
everybody who, I don't know if you get to see who votes and who don't. I hope so, because I'm gonna have something to say. If you vote, if you can do the
You
wrong
can't
vote,
intimidate the people before
I'm just
the
telling
poll
you.
comes
I didn't
out.
say. I said I'm gonna have something to say. That's all I said.
Yeah, but you said it in a threatening manner.
Nah, I ain't
You
know.
know, like, yeah.
It was a
Now,
problem.
like, even if they agree with me, they're gonna be afraid of you calling them out.
Man.
That's not how it goes, bro. That's like election fraud or something, bro. You can't do that, man.
I just said I'm gonna have something to say. Don't worry about it. You choose how you would.
We still got a little bit of time, man.
You do?
We got another question.
Oh,
Sit here and argue
man, this
about
is
it.
kind of personal. Boxers briefs or boxer briefs? That's easy for me.
Yeah. I like to wear thongs backwards. I like to wear them backwards. Boxer briefs. Come on, man. Don, this dude's a great time.
Woo! Actually, yeah, boxer briefs. That's pretty easy.
Yeah, that was basic.
Now, back when I ain't know no better, I was still trying to find me. I'm still trying to find me as a young
Why
guy.
is everything such a deep thought with you, bro?
Because it's deep. Like, this decision is deeper than it sounds like. It's like now it's like it's a no-brainer, right? But young me, 22, 23, I wasn't sure. You know what I mean? I wasn't sure. So I was wearing boxers, you know what I'm saying? Like, because that was the thing to do. Actually, when you were young, right? And this is real. At least this was real with me when I was young. When I was a little kid, you wore the briefs. You didn't have a choice. That's what your mom bought you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My mom, you know, I was a single mom. She bought me the briefs because they came in 3-pack, 6-pack.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And they was cheap. So I ain't had no choice but to wear them things. And I didn't care until I got...
Yeah, you don't think about it.
Yeah, you don't think about
yeah.
it. You know, you running around outside in the water hose and shit. You got your briefs on. You know what I mean? It don't make no difference until you turn about 11.
Yeah.
You're like, wait a minute.
Then you're like, huh.
Yeah, man, what the fuck? Like,
Can we get a different color?
Can we? Yeah, this say it started to chafe you on the side and shit. So then I graduated to boxers. And a boxer, that's when you mentally start to graduate. Like, hey, I'm a man. I'm becoming a man. You know what I mean? I'm wearing boxers now. So once I was wearing boxers till I was like 23, 24, 25, then I was like, you know what, I think it was even like, I was like, let me experiment. So I must have been walking down Walmart or some shit. I ain't had money like that. I was buying my drawers from Walmart. I don't care.
Like, Hanes.
I don't care. And they had like a 5-pack of the boxer briefs. So I was like, you know what, man, let me try. I ain't that bold. I'll try the 3-pack. So I bought the 3-pack.
You weren't committed to
Yeah,
the 5-pack?
I wasn't committed yet because I wasn't sure if I like them. So I bought the 3-pack and I was like, you know what? These okay, you know. I felt a kind of certain type of way how I looked at them.
Oh,
you know,
man.
but after a while, I was like, man, this makes sense. You know, I got the comfort of a brief, the protection, security of a brief, but I ain't got my thighs all out.
Yeah,
like,
but you don't look like you're 11.
Yeah, I don't look 11 years old or shit 8 years old. So because I got the little thigh, yeah, I got the little thigh, you know, covered up. So that was, man, it was, especially when I started coming here, it made sense, especially like coming to the gym. Briefs, boxer briefs was the way it goes.
Yeah. You can't be jumping around in boxes, though.
Yeah, you got your shit.
Yeah.
Going all kinds of which way. It doesn't feel secure. You know what I mean? You kicking people kicking you.
Yeah.
It just ain't right. You start wrestling, your shit's all loose. Yeah. Even the people that you grappling with, they don't appreciate that shit. Like, man, you got on boxers?
Wear boxing briefs, guys.
You got on
Come on,
boxers? You grappling with like the opposite sex, like, man, you dirty motherfucker. I can't believe you wore boxers.
Bro.
Yeah.
And boxers and basketball
Yeah,
shorts.
you son of a... You'll get a reputation.
Man,
You get
a bad one, not a good one.
Yeah, not a good one.
A dirtbag one.
So easy answer on that, boxer briefs, but it was.
Oh yeah, real easy answer.
It came with the evolution
No.
of me becoming into my madness. You know what I'm saying? And anybody disagree with me at my age, I don't know, man. And if you about as old as me, I don't know, man.
Are you ever gonna go back to briefs, bro?
Hell no. Like if I go back, it's because I ain't got a choice. It's because I'm 70 years old and like I'm decrepit and shit.
They hold your diaper.
Yeah, and I don't have a say no more. Somebody else is changing my shit. I'm gonna be mad about it too, but I ain't gonna be able to do nothing about it. Like I don't even want to say 70. I feel like I should still be able. Let's say I'm 85 or something. That'd be the only time that I'm gonna go revert back to.
If you're forced to.
Yeah, but the revert. I don't even. What's the word when you move backwards? Like that one.
That one.
Yeah. So Boxer briefs, easy. You know, here's another quick one too. Marvel or DC?
Ooh.
That's easy, bro. Actually, wait.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of who's in what.
Cause see, now, okay, this is pretty general, right? Mm-hmm. I felt like I got my answer like this, boom. But then I'm thinking like, okay, if we just talking just for what it is, Marvel or DC, period in the story, or are we talking about Marvel, DC, like the cinematic universe, like the movies and shit that are out? Because if that's it, then I know which one I'm rocking with. But if we just talking about just from the beginning of time, comic book era, like superhero versus superhero, like,
right?
That's a little harder.
Damn.
So
just like I'm not like too big on both, but I'll like watch the movies and stuff now. So
you ain't watch? Never mind. Go ahead, man.
What are you gonna say, bro?
Go ahead and answer it, man.
I'm gonna
judge you
Spider-Man?
after. No, I'm gonna judge you after, man. I'm gonna judge you after. I'm gonna say
I don't know. Mine's real easy, I guess, just like based on one character. So Wolverine. Wolverine is what? Marvel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? Is that Marvel Universe? Right?
Yeah, man. I can't believe you're asking me that.
Whoever Hugh Jackman is, man. What's wrong with that, bro? That's a good answer. Wolverine. Out, that's Marvel. It's not DC. It's not Batman. It's Marvel. I'm going Marvel.
You piss me off, bro.
I piss you off, bro. Whatever, bro.
Wolverine is Marvel, right?
That's a good question.
No, it's not. You should know already.
I don't know.
That's a given, man.
I started out by saying I'm not too big on both. So whatever the X-Men
either
world is, then we're good.
Man, I guess.
We're good. What are you gonna say,
You're
bro?
A
You know who's gonna watch it? Yeah, I'm a casual. I am a casual.
You disgusting.
Miguel's gonna watch this and go.
He's gonna be
appalled. I can't believe that you said that
on the podcast.
On the podcast,
where everyone can see.
Wolverine. That's my answer.
You can't say. Well, you gotta say Marvel.
Marvel. I said Marvel, and then you like gave me a dirty look, bro.
Yeah, man.
What are you gonna say? You're gonna say Marvel too.
You know what? Now I'm gonna break this down because this is too loaded. This is too loaded.
It's not that loaded,
it's
bro.
not that easy
it's
of
not that loaded,
question.
Bro.
You really think about it.
It's not that loaded.
Because me, I'm not like a diehard. I know all
Dude,
the comics
you're a nerd,
and
bro. You're a nerd, bro.
But I follow enough to know more than this man right here. So it was a load of questions, but
it's not a loaded question, bro.
Yeah, man. So I gotta say Marvel though. Marvel.
You mean Wolverine?
I'm about to walk off the podcast, bro.
You can't walk off, bro.
Walk off. No. But Marvel.
Because of Wolverine?
Because the overall body of work with Marvel, man. Wolverine is actually one of my top favorite characters.
Okay, then.
But that's that's a casual answer, bro. But Wolverine,
it's not that casual.
The X-Men, Fantastic Four.
Oh, yeah.
Silver Surfer.
Flame on.
Silver Surfer was
Silver Surfer.
You weren't saying that for Silver Surfer.
No.
Okay.
Come on, man.
I was gonna say.
Duh, bro.
And then you got like they got cats that are like characters, but they're not like superheroes. So you got like Daredevil. He's just a regular dude, but he has like
he's blind.
Yeah, he has like heightened senses because he's blind. You got the Punisher. That story's awesome. So I go on and on and on. I like Batman, Superman, all that stuff. But if I had to pick one and do away with the other forever, it had to be Marvel. It had to be Marvel. So I agree with you, but on a deeper.
Why does everything got to be deeper, bro?
You know what I mean? Because I didn't like how
DC or Marvel. Boom, Wolverine.
Because they want to know the analysts behind it because people are going to disagree with me. They're going to disagree with you. Then what? DC, baby, blah. So they want to know why. So you got to explain to them why. You can't just say Wolverine.
Yep. I don't have to explain anything, bro. Especially because I said, like, I'm not like too big on either side. If it's good, I'll watch it. If it's not, then I guess I don't know about it.
So you mean just about the movies then?
Yeah.
I'm talking about like the comic books and all that stuff. But even the movies though, if you had to pick just off the movies, Marvel easy.
Yeah, Marvel easy.
DC is doo-doo, man.
Yeah.
Garbage. Like horrible product. I don't like none of it. The only one movie I liked out of the DC thing was Man of Steel. And I guess a couple people like, oh, Aqua Bro was cool. I call him Aqua Bro because how you going? Jason Momoa cool, but that ain't. Come on, man. Aqua Bro. Yo, I can't get into it, man.
You got a problem with him, man?
I got a problem with him being Aqua, man. I can't do it, man. I can't. I just can't. But anyhow, that's my pick. But shit, man, that's pretty much it. I mean, we still have more questions to answer, but I think we did a good chunk of what you guys had asked us. So we'll double back on some of the other questions that we missed.
Yeah, in the future.
In a future podcast, and we encourage you to ask some more questions. Those lighthearted, cool questions, I like that. It was cool, chill. Yeah. And then those deeper questions too. It might take us a little bit more time, so just be mindful. You know, if you ask those questions, no problem answering them, but it's probably going to be more details that come with it. So we'll make sure to give that the time and attention to address those in the future. Yeah. But encourage to ask either or, because I love them. They're great.
Yeah. Also, let us know what you think about us being here in the ring. I think it looks pretty cool. It looks pretty cool right now. Hopefully it sounds all right. Got the microphone and everything set up. Hopefully it looks good. Got our Be On The Ground sign right there. Thank you guys very much for watching. This has been episode 5. Make sure you head over to Instagram. We are going to upload or drop that poll. If you're watching this, I don't know. I think maybe we'll wait till after this comes out and then we'll drop that poll. Cocoa Pebbles or Oreo cereal. Yeah. And everyone knows what the answer is going to be. So, or Cocoa Puffs, I said. Yeah, even those are better.
That's going to be an easy one.
But head over to IG, follow the page. If you're not following us here on YouTube, please do subscribe. That helps a lot. And hopefully you got some enjoyment out of this. Thank you guys very much. #LiveBTR, Beyond the Rounds. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.